Hey guys, welcome back to Lunch and Lingerie, where I wear lingerie and I eat food and I chat with you guys. Today I have barbacoa tacos with a jalapeno and some salsa and lime. Unfortunately, I don't have fresh lime. That totally sucks, but I don't care. I'm starving. I'm just gonna honestly, I love lime. Can you have too much lime? I don't think so. But I'm just gonna jump right in. I'm starving and yeah, I wasn't even planning on filming, but might as well, right? So I have two different types of salsas here. Forgot the names, not worried about it. I'm just so ready for some food right now. So this is gonna be really spicy, but it is honestly so delish. Okay. Spicy. Those are so good. Comment down below and let me know what you're eating, if you're eating with me. I definitely needed water on deck because spicy. Anyway, a few of you guys actually asked me about my egg donation story or process, so I guess I'll tell you a little bit about that today. Also, don't make fun of the way I eat my tacos. So, let's see. It was about the end of 2019, or let's just say early 2020. It was early 2020. It was like January 2020. My friend was venting to me. She was telling me about how she went through IVF. She did it 3 times and she did not get pregnant. She was so sad, and she didn't get pregnant because basically she doesn't really have any eggs. She's at that age where her eggs are basically non-existent. So basically she has 1 or 2 eggs, and she was trying to make that work every time she did IVF, but it just was not working. And so she was complaining to me, and then she said can I just have one of your eggs, please? I just need one. I just need one. And I was like, yes. Yes, actually, yes, you can. What? Absolutely, So, if you don't know anything about, eggs or whatever, basically, whenever you extract eggs from your body, from, a woman's body, you get new eggs every month. So it wasn't affecting me. If I give her my eggs, it's not affecting me. I can still have kids later on. I got that question a lot when I first talked about it on my channel. They were like, so you can't have kids? And I'm like, yes, I can still have kids. Yeah. So immediately after I said yes, she was so excited, and she was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to schedule an appointment ASAP. When are you free? And I was like, my schedule's open, make it for whenever. So our earliest appointment was in February. So she asked me in January, and then February was our appointment. So, she's so excited. Every day she's texting me, and she's like, are you sure? Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So, sorry. Ooh, that's spicy. So, our consultation is in February. The surgery, egg extraction date, is in like April, because it takes like 2 months. So I went through a long process of, I was at that doctor's office every week because I had to give myself shots. There was so much blood work to go through. I had to like literally give myself shots. I still have some here because I didn't use all of them. I guess they prescribed me like a pack that came with like extra, I don't know. So that happened, but the pandemic started, or like, you know, we went on lockdown in March 2020. So what is it called? Basically surgeries that were not like mandatory, or what is it called? Whatever. Basically surgeries were put on hold unless like it was life-threatening that you needed the surgery. So we had to wait like a few months to do the surgery because of the pandemic and the lockdown, and she was so upset because she's like, my time is ticking, like we need to do this soon. Even though like technically since we're using my eggs, she could still get pregnant, but like she's already waited so long, she was like, I'm just so ready to be pregnant. So back in like June, yeah, like, well, maybe it was like May or June, I don't remember, somewhere around that time we got back on to do the surgery. So that's when I started to do the injections. I had to do injections every night, like 2 times a night. I had to take pills. I don't remember what pills I had to take. I could not have sex because if I were to have sex, I could possibly have like quadruple babies because my eggs were super emphasized and I was so bloated. Like I looked pregnant. And then finally, like the egg extraction date came, and they extracted like 24 eggs. They fertilized it, which basically means they put the sperm with the eggs and they fertilized. And I think like 7 of those eggs or enzymes survived. So yeah, during that process, my friend had to also do injections. She had a lot more. She had a way longer process than I did, and she paid for everything, by the way. I got that question a lot too, of like who paid for all the consultations and shots and lab work and everything. She paid for everything because she wanted to be pregnant, you know what I mean? I did want to add that, you know, she's in her 40s, and so she doesn't know very many people that are around my age. So like whenever she asked me, it was like I was probably her last hope. Like she probably could have got like a random person, you know, she could have went to like the egg donation place and just found a person. But you know, it always feels better whenever you know someone, you know what I mean? Like I don't know, it was just like a preference, I guess. So whatever, they extracted my eggs, fertilized them, and then finally like a month or 2 later down the line, they put the egg in her. And basically whenever they do that, she's like 6 weeks pregnant. Technically as soon as they insert the egg, she's technically 6 weeks pregnant, but the egg has a possibility of not sticking. So thankfully the egg or the enzyme, whatever, it stayed, and she went through her whole pregnancy. She had a very high risk pregnancy, but she is safe, and she gave birth to a beautiful baby boy in March. So yeah, I feel like I'm missing a lot of parts. Like I don't know, like what parts am I missing? People always ask me like, is it weird? Because technically I have a biological son out in the world, but I don't think it's weird. Honestly, I cried seeing her so pregnant because she was so happy. Like she would be like, oh, I have to sneeze. Okay, sorry, I sneezed. This is just so spicy that I think whatever. Anyway, I cried when I saw her super pregnant because like she wanted to be a mom so bad. Like she was always like rubbing her belly and being like, I can't wait to meet you, I can't wait to meet you. Like it was just the sweetest thing. She just really wanted to have a baby, and she did. And honestly, I didn't realize like how big of a deal it was until like everybody was like, oh my gosh, that is so nice of you. And I was like, oh, I just thought like I just really thought of it as like helping a friend. Like I don't know, I know that I take things very lightly, but I don't process emotions right away or correctly sometimes. It's just how my brain operates. Like I'm not like a neurotypical, okay, like whatever. So in my mind I was like, I'm just helping a friend. She would help me if I needed help. So, yeah. I don't know. It's weird. So good. She did pay me out of like just like being nice, you know? So like, yeah, I was helping her out, but she did end up paying me. Just because like I did spend a lot of time at the doctor's office, driving to the doctor every single week, sometimes twice a week, driving to go get my lab work done, doing the injections every night, being so bloated before and after the surgery. I couldn't work maybe for like a month and we had just opened back up, like the club just opened back up from the lockdown. And so like I should have been right back at work, but I didn't because I was there doing that for her. So she did compensate me, which she would have done that even if I didn't ask, you know. Well, technically I didn't even ask. It was just like we just immediately knew, like we're just that good of friends where it's like you don't have to say anything, we just like know. She's actually the friend that I went to whenever we had the freeze, the ice over, like snowstorm, and I had no power. She had such a good generator that she was the only one with power like within miles of her block. She wanted to make sure like she paid for a really good generator because like she doesn't want to like not have power like during she was pregnant during that time, you know what I mean? Okay, last bite, sorry. I feel like the last two tacos took forever. These were so good. I'm trying to think if I really am forgetting anything about the whole egg donation process. It didn't hurt. I didn't feel anything. I was put under anesthesia. It was scary because I had to go into the hospital by myself because it was still like COVID procedures back then, so no one was allowed to go in there with you. And so I was there and I knew I was about to black out from anesthesia, and so I was scared. Man, what am I forgetting? Whatever. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this story. I got wooden spoons and forks. I know I just used it right here, like a regular fork. Why did I use that again? It doesn't matter. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!